My name is Jerry Fates, and this is going to be episode one of my Project Untote series. Now, this series is going to start off with Riflemen, which is this video, but I hope that this series can do Assault, Commander, Medic, Support Gunner, Flamer, Engineer, and Demolitions, and then we're also going to be doing, what's it called? Uh, the Armory perks and subclasses if you guys like that sort of thing to be done. I personally would like that to happen, but this mostly depends on how well this video does. Um, Now, for the most part, we're going to be just going over the Rifleman's class for this video. We're going to be going over the perks, passives, and other stuff that is included with the Rifleman. Same with the gear and other stuff they get for every nation. Now, hopefully all goes well and this record's fine. So, um, let's get on into the armory, shall we? Majority of the time, the nations share the same secondaries, melee equipment, and specials, but it also depends on what nation is, because some get unique items, like the Soviet Union, the German division, and sometimes Japan. But mostly America, the British Empire, and the Free France do not get unique items most of the time. So as you can see, we're on America right now, and for the items that they get, I'll just use my mouse. They get the M1 Garand with a bayonet, the M1 Carbine with a bayonet, less stopping power and accuracy than the Garand, but higher capacity. It's magazine fed, so reckless reload would work with that too, and it has a better rate of fire and less recoil. It's the one I usually run. Now, the trench gun, it's a shotgun, but unlike all the other trench shotguns you can get in the game, it comes attached within a fixed bayonet, which is very useful because charges are awesome with bayonets. Now, onto the British Empire, they get the Lee Enfield, which I could just pull up right here for you guys. It's the fastest bolt action rifle. Holds 10 rounds, but you only reload it with 5 round stripper clips. So keep that in mind when you do use it. They also get the bayonet shotgun. The French, their default is the M1 Garand and the trench gun, but I personally use the Maz 36. It's the primary rifle of France, but prior to getting the American gear, but due to logistics issues, their original rounds they have to be hand loaded. There's no stripper clips for these things, but they do hit harder than most bolt action rifles. But they don't have fast reloads, so keep that in mind. They do have a was that a pike? They do have a bayonet attachment onto there, so don't worry about it. The Soviet Union, they got the Mosin Nagant with the bayonet. I'll just pull it up for you guys. It's hard, really quick, has accuracy, and they're cheap. Really cheap. Like they didn't cost. They got the thing. They cost like 15 brass in game, so you could get it for any other class you want to. And also there is the SVT-40. It's a semi-auto rifle, magazine fed. The only downside is it does not come with a bayonet, so keep that in mind when you do use it. You can't charge unless you have the pitchfork. And Germany has the Kar 98, which I'll pull over here for you. Well, no, I won't because they don't have it. They have it. Oh, looks like you can't just look at it. It just does more damage than the Lee Enfield and all that. G43. I wouldn't use this. It's a semi-auto 10 round, but it does not have good accuracy and does not come with bayonet. Also, ammo availability it's kind of trash, honestly. But you can say that with all semi-automatic rifles. So keep that in mind when you do decide to use it. And Japan is the country with only one option, the Arisaka rifle, which I could pull up right here for you. It's it has bayonet attachments, but they always I'm pretty sure for all the nation no, all the classes for Japan, most of them, they come with a bayonet by default. Now if we go back to America and we go to secondary, they get the Colt 1911 and the grenade bag. The British also get the Colt and grenade bag, but they get the high power, which is a 13 round heavy hitting pistol. I like a Magnum a little bit, but from Left 4 Dead. Shout out to that game. France, same thing. Soviet Union get the TT-33, which is just an 8 round pistol. It's pretty much 1911 for them. Germany gets an interesting thing because they get the P-38, which is the Walther, 8 rounds. They get the grenade bag. They get the high powered, and they also get this, the M712, which is a machine and pistol. It's magazine fed. It's really useful. Also, they're the only class to get a sort of pistol carbine slash thing is assault for Germany. They get the machine pistol with a stock, better recoil. So keep that in mind when you do decide to use that. Now, Japan just gets the Nambu, which is it's not as powerful, and it actually works better in this game than it does in real life history. And they get the grenade bag. Now, the melee really doesn't matter considering all classes and all nations get the same grenade, same equipment. You get the combat knife, the shovel, no, spade, default spade, combat knife, the hatchet, the trench mace, cleaver, machete, pitchfork. The newest one is the hog chopper and the fire poker. The fire poker, it usually would light them on fire, but we don't have that. This is usually a one hitter, but it's slow. It takes a bit to get that, so keep that in mind. Pitchfork is pretty much a bayonet. You could use it as a bayonet. It's pretty good. Machete is an upgraded spade. It's a little slower to swing. Cleaver is fast. It can wind up faster, but it does not hit as hard. And the trench mace, it may not do as much damage, but if you like fully charge it up, it launches zombies on their backs. So keep that in mind. I wouldn't recommend using this, but if you need to, it swings faster and does bleed damage with less damage than the spade. And the combat knife, with how I usually use it in all those senses, you could chain heavy strikes from the combat knife using this. So keep that in mind. And for equipment, this is mostly it. The default hand grenade, usually you get six of them with grenade bag. Anti-tank grenades, white phosphorus or Willy P grenades, and bait grenades. I like bait grenades because it's TNT. You can make a distance. I stuttered. This cuts off an area. It's pretty much a cloud that goes up and can completely cut off a choke point if needed to. Keep in mind, these burn you, but these don't burn your teammates. So if your teammates run through it, they will be fine, but you will not. You will burn. The Germans get the cluster smell, which is just a bunch of grenades clustered together. It's all right. And the splitzing. I don't know what this. I haven't tested this out enough personally, so I don't know if it is good or worth the price tag. I bought it because I have cash. And the Soviets get the Molotov cocktail, which, if you don't know what a Molotov is, brother, please. And Rifleman is the most basic in terms of special because they just get what everyone else gets. Flashlight, best item in the game. Best item in the game right here. The canteen, which is not needed unless you're going to go for bayonets over and over again. The extinguisher if you want to help people out. Bandages if you want to heal. Holy water if you want to heal. I'll just let you read this. Now, for the most part, that is everything. So we're going to be moving on to gameplay, and I might show you this in the next segment when I get a chance. Then again, thank you for tuning in with this one. Let's get to the gameplay, shall we? This is the hatchet. Same animations as the spade, but it hits a little faster. Not as fast as the combat knife, though. This is the trench mace. Goes side to side, and then you can charge it to go up or side. They do have a side swing like that, or a right hook, technically. And like it said in the thing, this knocks zombies pretty much on their backs. It doesn't kill them outright, but most of the time it will knock them on their backs. And this is the cleaver. Very fast. You can also do the tech kind of with it with the charge swings. Way better on the combat knife, but these you see how short it takes to wind up though? 1 minute 2 minutes. Pretty much 2 seconds than the spade, but I really don't see it. It does more damage than the spade, so if you need a good alternative that hits kind of like the spade, fast enough, good enough, I'd go with the machete. It is a very, very useful weapon to swing and hit. Haven't really used at all the pitchfork. Okay, so you could do it up there, you could do a slash like that, you could also do a thrust like that. But the most important thing, bayonet, normal bayonet, pitchfork also has that. So keep that in mind when you do use it. You could use a bayonet charge with that included on any nation. But mostly the charges you're going to be doing is for the Soviet Union and the Japanese Empire. So keep that in mind when you do decide to use this weapon. I personally think this is the best melee weapon in the game. It's the Hog Chopper. Now you can see by the wind up time, it takes a while, swings very slowly. But the thing that it has is the hit frames is takes longer for this weapon. So in theory, you could hit right here, move up, and still hit zombies right here on the ground with you. It is a one hit kill on most normal zombies, say on normal difficulty. It does fall off on endless high rounds though, but if you have Reckless or War Veteran, you could pretty much, I think, one shot most special infected, including Grenadiers, Fumigators, and Flamers. I don't know about Commanders. I have not tested that out yet, but keep in mind this is the most hard hitting melee weapon in the game as of now. So keep that in mind. Talking about because this is normal, this is heavy, and if you charge that and do if you go for headshots because the combat knife has better headshot potential, it would. And like I said in the armory segment, I have not used this. I don't own it. It was only during a timed event. I do know I've seen people use it. It has a somewhat decent swing speed, and I think on a charged hit, it lights the zombies up fire. So if there's another Halloween event this year and they decide to bring it back, I would suggest you buy it as a melee weapon, but you could also just save and play doctor. That's how you get that. Maybe do a money guide on how you can make some brass. Be I have to use the scroll wheel. Actually, no, I don't. I'll just go like this. So the scroll wheel for the Americans rifleman, any rifleman's perk is ammo awareness, grenade kicking, terrified. I'm just gonna use the cursor. Combat stance, lead-footed, conduit, parting gift, wasteful reloads, meditative, CQC, bloodthirsty, dark pact, reckless, scavenger, free motion, second one, and war veteran. As you can see, I am wrecking reckless, CQC, and second one. I consider this the middle of the road, survivability, preventability, and attacking. Now, another interesting combo you could do with the Rifleman, depending on what nation you like to pick, is you could go Bloodthirsty, Reckless, or War Veteran, and Scavenger. Now, if you want to be on your own survivalist, I'd go Scavenger, CQC, and Meditative, because this regains you health. This gets you health back and slowly reverts, but you lose all that when more zombies are around you. So you want to be a backliner and focus on sniping specials like Kama Crazies with grenades. And another good one that I like to sometimes is grenade kicking, lead footed, and most importantly, war veteran. I consider it the World War One veteran look because this, your aim isn't affected by grenades, your melee does more damage, and you can always sprint and keep moving through mud and water. But you got to realize that your stamina regen is 50% slower. That's the trade-off because your character, like it says here, you're getting old. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why does this matter? How did you get all these perks? I play the game. These are all level based. So you got to get to a certain level to get all of these perks at some point. And keep in mind that this is purely for my playstyle. If you want to do any playstyle and mix and match these, I'd do that if I were you. Because that's how we can make our own builds. And I feel like that's the most important thing in terms of character expression. Alright, now let's go on to the what was I gonna say? Let's go on to the play styles you should do for Riflemen. That was basically the perks and the armories. Now I know you're wondering, what is Rifleman good for on, let's say, assault, front lines, sabotage, story, or even endless? I'd say Rifleman in general is a must-have, or is just they're just good on any game mode needed. Because on front line, they're on the front lines. On sabotage, they can have a bunch of grenades in their grenade bag. And on endless, regen is really useful, and also they can be the front line with melee or bullets depending on the build they do. So I'd say that it's mostly subjective. It is player choice, which is a big thing and why I like this game is you can pretty much make any kind of subclass you want with the perk system and with the armory update and everything. So yeah, but now we'll get on to like perk combos that I liked using or I got inspired by other players, and usually I'd give them their credit. I'll put their name and where I saw them on there. But for the most part, the next couple of minutes is going to be um, some gameplay of that. If I can capture footage, we'll see because I'm still new to this, so hopefully I can. But if I don't, I'll probably put up a picture or something and explain the subclass to you guys. Now, hopefully this video goes well because I would love to keep doing this for you guys because Project Untold is one of my most favorite games. I love this game. I have everything in it, so I think that says how much I really like it. So I appreciate the time that you've given me to well make this video and everything. Now let's get on to those classes I was talking about. Hopefully you guys will either take notes and like them, or I could just explain better how the classes and gameplay for that stuff works. Also, I forgot to mention that the all classes get passives for the most part, and the Rifleman passive is they can regen up to 50% of their health and sprinting costs no stamina. That's on me. I forgot to put that down for y'all. Sorry, this is editing jury here. Also editing jury here again. Um, for some reason, when I would try to upload footage to the video and everything, it wouldn't work. So I guess this is the end of the video until I could tweak that out. I'll probably just end the video here and not take up more of y'all's time. Thanks for watching. Honestly, I really appreciate it. If you liked it, like it, subscribe, I guess. If you didn't, I'm sorry. I'm new to this stuff. If the video does okay or well, I'll probably make an assault video. My goal is to get all the classes, get all the weapon combos and all that stuff that would work, so you guys could pretty much learn more about the game. I'll become the 2-4 of Project Untold. So, thank you for watching again. Sorry that I didn't have any more gameplay. Like I said, it wouldn't let me upload that stuff. So, tomato, tomato. Hopefully, I fix it in the next video if you guys want it. Y'all have a great day. I appreciate you watching this. Bye.